So I'm here with Tyler Menninga, the driver of Gravedigger. So my two questions for you are, the 2025 season is slowly coming to an end. Do you have your favorite moment of 2025?
It's not, yeah, it's been a rough year for me. I don't know what I've had more truck problems than I've ever had, and a lot of the times I've just not been driving worth crap. I don't know. It's not my favorite track. I mean, everybody, you can sit here and make all these excuses. Just at the end of the day, it's not been my season. If I had to pick a moment, though, that's been my favorite, it'd probably be the 7-in-a-row racing streak that I had at the beginning of the year. That was, I just felt like I couldn't lose at that point. I haven't had very many racing wins or wins total since then, but yeah, it's coming to an end. I'm 6 points behind the lead with 2 left. It's time to go crazy. I have to risk it from here on out. I love Bari off the track, but I want to be 7-time champ.
And before you've driven Gravedigger for so long, but before that you have driven Blue Thunder.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite memory of driving that truck?
Just the whole year in total. My first year being on tour with Cody and Morgan and Colton, it was awesome. And yeah, it was like my learning year, right? Like my first year behind the wheel, and I'll always cherish that year just for it being my first year, I guess. So pretty awesome.
Thank you so much, man. Tyler Menninga. So I'm here with Chris Koehler, the driver of Mayhem. So my two questions for you is, of course, your dad has ran so many different paint schemes in Avenger. Do you plan on running different paint schemes for Mayhem? If you do, which color scheme would you want?
Yeah, we've always talked about it. I don't know exactly what color I would go with yet, but I think like the first World Finals to bring Mayhem to, you got to bring it as is, make it as nice as possible, bring a perfect body, you know. But for future things, yeah, we've talked about ideas. I can't say necessarily the exact ideas, but of course, there's changing colors up with different schemes, yeah.
And my other question is, the 2025 season has come to an end. I'm asking every driver this. What has been your favorite moment from the 2025 season?
I would say the debut of Mayhem, the first weekend winning freestyle, just the hook intro I did, everything about that weekend was just, for me, magical. You know what I mean? I even actually ran into my girlfriend at that time, so that was pretty cool as well. Pretty really good weekend all around. Really good.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm here with Colt Stevens, the driver of Thunder Roar. So my questions for you are, first of all, the 2025 season has come to an end. What is your favorite moment of this season so far?
Easy, Birmingham. You know, I had a crazy sidewall save. Didn't know it was gonna happen. You know, it was kind of crazy. Sidewalls for like 8 revolutions, wild. Came away with a win. Birmingham's definitely on top of the list.
And which stadium has been your favorite to perform this season?
That's a hard one. I really like, I didn't think New Orleans, you know, we're just such a big floor that we can really open her up and have some fun. Track was really okay, but I think New Orleans is one of my favorites for sure, just location and everything.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm here with Camden Murphy, the driver of Classroom Crusher. So my two questions for you is, the first one, last weekend you clean sweeped in Philly. What was the experience like in the mud, clean sweeping?
Man, well, mud in itself is just a whole experience in itself. It's a lot of fun, and you're slipping and sliding. I mean, it's just a 12,000-pound elephant on ice skates, essentially. But man, having the first sweep was super, super cool. I mean, it's just an experience of a lifetime for sure, and never thought I'd ever be able to pull something like that off, especially not in a Gravedigger or an El Toro Loco or a Zombie, but in a brand new Classic Crusher Monster Jam truck. So that makes it even extra special.
I'm asking every driver this question. I think I can assume yours. What has been your favorite moment of the 2025 season?
It's got to be it, man. I mean, sleeping the weekend is 100% it. I don't have more to say than that.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
So I'm here with Mike Christensen, the driver of Vendetta. So my two questions for you is, coming up Bristol, you're going to be in the Bristol Motor Speedway lineup. How excited are you to perform with those 12 other drivers?
You know, it's going to be actually kind of fun. A little bit different than what we've been doing. And it's been since like 2008, 2009 since I've done a show there in Bristol. It's going to be cool. Get to run with my good friend, Elliot Miller. Two Tall's making a return back in the monster truck, so it'll be nice to run side by side next to him again. And yeah, you know, just a bunch of us independents coming out doing a big show right there in Bristol.
You know, my second question is, the 2025 season for Monster Jam is coming to an end for the first quarter. What has been your favorite moment on the stadium so far?
You know, I've had a couple, done okay racing, skills have never been my forte. I've done really well in freestyle this year, so I had a big win up in Detroit. I got a lot of second and thirds, so I'd say my save in Detroit or my save in San Diego are probably the highlights so far this year.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
with Armando Castro, the driver of El Toro Loco. So my questions for you are, this being your first stadium season, which moment this season has been your favorite?
I think Anaheim, for sure, because, you know, I'm literally down the street from Anaheim, 15 minutes from home. And that's actually where I got to see my very first Monster Jam show as a kid, you know, when I was 6 years old. And now that it's come around like full circle, you know, I was literally like my inner child, like my inner 6-year-old came out. And just to be able to kind of come out of that tunnel and just living the dream, man, now it's just incredible. For sure, Anaheim. And, you know, my family and friends were in the stands, so that's always motivating for me. And, you know, kind of see a lot of familiar faces there. I worked so hard to get to this position, and now that I'm here, I just hope to inspire anybody that has a dream. And, you know, if I can do it, man, I came from no motorsports background, and I'm almost a decade driver now. Next year's a decade for me, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. Just chase your dreams, man.
And speaking of a decade, the longest time you've been driving for El Toro Loco, is there another team that you would like to drive for?
You know, I would like to kind of be a floater wherever the company wants to put me. I would love to drive. I mean, I'll drive Spark and Smash, dude. As long as there's a seat inside a truck, you can throw me in any truck, man.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Take it. So I'm here with Dalton Weiner, the driver of Jurassic Attack. So my two questions for you is, I asked Mike this earlier, but Bristol Motor Speedway is coming up next weekend?
Yes, sir.
So how excited are you to perform in that type of speedway?
I can't wait. It's the biggest venue that I can do in my home area. So Eastern Tennessee, that's the biggest thing that I can get to. You know, I've done the Maryville dirt track out there. I did that for All-Star. And I don't know, it's just really cool to finally get to do like a stadium-sized place. Like half the crowd there is probably going to be part of my family or friends or something like that. So I'm excited.
And for my second question is, this being your first stadium tour for the Monster Jam, what has been your favorite moment of the 2025 season?
Favorite moment?
For you?
I don't know. It's been so much fun. Like, I love doing stadiums. They're a lot of fun. Regardless of where I finish or how I do or whatever, it's still a good time. I guess I'd say my overall in Anaheim, that was pretty cool. I've gotten close to getting another overall a couple times. It's been cool, but getting my first one in Anaheim after the night that I had previous was pretty awesome.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Kevin Crocker, the driver of Megalodon. So my two questions for you is, this being technically your first full stadium tour, with 2020 being cut short, which stadium has been your favorite to perform at so far?
It's hard to say. I probably would say New Orleans, even though it's probably the oldest building we do. It's just a big giant circle, so it's just there's so much room. If you screw up, you have time to recover the truck to go to the next jump. So it's just more fun from a driver's standpoint, just because it's so big.
And for my second question is, being able to represent Team Stream once again and drive behind the wheel, how's the experience like being able to be under their wing once again?
It's awesome. Jim is the coolest guy ever. I get asked to help a lot of teams out over the years, but Team Scream is the only one that I'll go with. They're fun guys. These trucks are absolute tanks. I can just, you can be complete idiot, drive the thing like a total complete fool. The trucks always drive out of it and have very little damage. I mean, these are the toughest trucks in the industry by far, and obviously the most fun to drive. Make the most power, and you can just beat the holy snot out of them, and they love it. The harder you drive them, the better.
All right, thank you so much.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, now I have to meet you.
So I'm here with Joe Foley, the driver of Max. So my first two questions is, I think I asked you this last year, but or 2 years ago when you ran this paint scheme. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
The 911 Remembrance. What is it like being able to represent that type of body?
It's awesome, man. I mean, the first time that I drove Axe was back in 2021, and it was the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So I ran the tailgate, and when I came back here last year, I did the full body, wanted the whole American thing. I saw New York's got a tower that has that kind of paint scheme on it, so that's where I got it from. So, I mean, being able to represent that is awesome. Being able to represent, you know, the whole 9/11 thing, first responders in general, I love it. It means the world to me. I was a firefighter, so I got all the respect in the world for those guys.
And for my second question is, the 2025 season's coming to an end. So what has been your favorite moment so far?
So far, man, I got to do Foxborough. That's my home show. It rained, so that kind of sucked, but it was still a fun show. Favorite freestyle-wise, I mean, Philly was pretty awesome. Last week was crazy. I had a blast. It was wet, it was gross, it was sloppy, but the truck was working for me. I'd say I did a pretty good job. Backflip kind of sucked a little bit, but Man, I would say Philly was probably my favorite run that I've had so far, and I'm just hoping I can carry some of that momentum into Jersey, go out here, blow the wheels off this thing, and put on a show.
All right, thank you so much.
You got it, man.
So I'm here with Jim Koehler, the driver Avenger. So my two questions is, you're representing the Nitro body in East Rutherford this weekend.
Yeah.
Which has been your favorite paint scheme in the recent years that you've made?
My most favorite one in the recent years would be the Spider body. They made a toy of it. There was a limited edition toy. Totally awesome. You can get them on AvengerRacing.com. We got them out there now. But it was the limited edition Spider toy. And I said, you know what? They made the toy, I got to make the body. I made the body, and I loved it. It was awesome. The fans loved it. It's been great.
And I've been asking everyone this question. The 2025 Moss Jam first course season is coming to an end. Which has been your favorite moment this year?
Oh, I had so many favorite moments, but actually, one that really sets good to me is at Ford Field in Detroit, which is be my hometown stadium. And I normally never do good there because of the hometown pressure. This year on Sunday show, I won freestyle, and it was an amazing freestyle. Had a great run. All the teams came up and were squirting water on me, high-fiving me, and it was insane. So that was my highlight for sure.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Cynthia Gauthier, the driver of Lucas Stabilizer. So my question for you is, I don't know if I've asked you this. I think I've interviewed like 8 times now, so I don't remember. The 2019 All-Star Challenge at Dalmatian Ice and that Best Trick Challenge. What was the feel like being that high up in the air, completely destroying the truck?
I mean, it was a pretty high, intense feeling because, like, I knew it would end up good or bad. I knew it was going to be bad, but I thought it could maybe save it. But it was actually a good feeling until I landed. It was pretty intense. But, like, you're not really scared or worried when you land like this. You're kind of just thinking about saving the truck and bringing it back on 4-wheel. So it was actually not too bad. The element on the truck was not that bad, but I did wish I could have filled my time. But it was pretty fun.
And for my second question, the 2025 season is coming to an end. Which has been your favorite moment so far this year?
That's a good one. Probably my race win in Indy. I mean, I got win in arena, but that was the first time for me to get a win in stadium. So that's definitely a special moment being in the Lucas Oil Stadium with the Lucas Stabilizer truck. So that was definitely my highlight of the year so far, because it's not over.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so here with Mousa and Ari, the driver of Zombie. So my two questions for you is, 2 years ago, Groth migrated to represent Grave Digger at that show. What's it like being able to drive that truck?
Oh man, that was like a dream come true all over again. I feel like probably everybody that's a big fan or a driver maybe wants to dream about driving Grave Digger, and that kind of just happened out of the blue, so it was definitely something I was proud to represent that team for all the history. Dennis Anderson being the creator is a legend. So yeah, it was amazing, and I get to etch my name next to all the drivers that have driven such an iconic truck, so it's pretty cool.
And now for my second question, the 2025 season's almost over. You're leading the points overall this season. What has been your favorite moment?
Probably Orlando, Jacksonville, having my family there. My son Cairo, he got to introduce me in a few competitions, so that was special. And he says he wants to drive, so he's got a few years to wait, but you never know. I might be out here competing with him.
All right, thank you so much. So I'm here with Jabari, one of the hosts of the Mousa Jam Stadium East Tour. So my questions for you, Ari, is what has been your favorite stop so far on Stadium East?
Oh wow, like this year, I would say this year, New Orleans is really cool because I used to live in New Orleans. I know the city really well, and we had some fun in the stands. We did something called roll call, and I named out all of these different neighborhoods in New Orleans, and it was just a blast. Great city, great food.
And my last question is, what is your favorite Monster Jam truck?
My favorite Monster Jam truck, I don't know if you guys know already, it's Barry Mousa Zombie. Guess who's going to be my pick today? Barry Mousa Zombie.
My pick too, so
yeah, good.
Hopefully gets the whole tour.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, thanks, Jabari.
All right, thanks guys. Follow me on YouTube.